Well. What the hell? What the hell is Colorado doing? What the hell is Chicago doing? But I understand why Chicago did what they did. So I was at the casino with Kyle last night for the first time, and that poor kid played a shoot and a half of blackjack, made no mistakes, picked up absolutely no blackjacks, and lost all $100. Some nights you play exactly right, and you just can't win a hand. So this is he did win some, but he gave it all back. So while I was at the casino, Trey starts texting me, and all I can say, first of all, for Panther fans, is that if you come to the noon streams every day, we at some point get to the thought of would we dare trade Sam Bennett because we think we might have a chance to win the cup, and we would never win the cup without Sam Bennett, and then the Avalanche go and do that. So if the Avalanche will trade Rantanen, okay, and everything else that went along with that deal last night, the Panthers will trade Sam Bennett. Anything can and will happen. So the deal, I'm looking over on Twitter, the deal is, and this is the whole thing, Colorado trades Mikko Rantanen to Chicago in return for Niles Juntorp. Then Chicago trades Rantanen, 50% retained, and Taylor Hall to Carolina in return for Chicago's own 2025 third round pick that I guess they had exchanged earlier. And Carolina sends Nietzsche's Drury their own 2025 second and their own fourth round pick for Niels Juntorp, who I guess UDC is unsigned draft. I think that means he's an unsigned draft. I don't know what the UDC. I think that's what. I think it means he's unsigned. So, so Rantanen's going to want a big payday. Colorado thinks, well, we can't afford them. You see what I'm saying, Panther fans? And now you look at the standings. Colorado's there, right? They've got a core of guys that have won. You kind of figure they could maybe pull something out of their ass again and win again. Anything can happen, right? And now Nicias doesn't. I mean, Rantanen and Nicias, right? I've seen a lot of comments from people, from Carolina fans, feeling like Nicias will fit just right, just fine over in Colorado. But then you look at it from the Canes POV. If you can't re-sign Rantanen, right? You might have a problem. You might have a problem. That's it. Don't look so good. If you can re-sign him, okay. But the numbers I'm seeing, 13, 14 million, and does he want to play in Carolina, right? So you can kind of see what Colorado had to do. Okay, you already got McKinnon. Now Rantanen's coming up for a deal. You don't want to lose him for nothing. But does this keep them in the cup now mode? Does this hurt them enough to hurt their cup aspirations for this year, or are they just happy where they are and they're still trying to build for the future? It's not like they got a huge haul here, right? It's not like they got a ton. When you look back to the Kachuk trade, Flames got Huberdeau, Uyghur, a first, and Kolschman, and a prospect. So, the Flames got two good players. They could have flipped one, signed the other, and a first that you can turn in. So they basically got three decent assets, or really good assets that they could have. They ended up signing Huberdeau and Uyghur, right? I don't know that Colorado got enough here. I mean, Nicias is a really good player, but I don't think anybody in their right mind would do Rantanen for Nicias 1-for-1. And I mean, maybe he does well in Colorado. Maybe he does well. I know Canes fans I'm reading the comments. Canes fans seem to be a little bit less happy. Um, it reminds me of that Panthers Flames trade because I don't see very many happy fans of either fan base. Or yeah, I don't see very many happy fans. Colorado fans are mostly feeling like they got the shaft, and Canes fans are like, yeah, that's nice, but we better win this year because nobody really is all that confident that Rantanen's going to want to re-sign, right? And you can't flip him again. You can't flip him again when the Flames acquired Huberdeau and Uyghur is the beginning of the year or over the summer. So they could have not signed them and had all year to decide to flip them or not. They ended up giving them contracts. But in Carolina's case, it's like they're getting Rantanen because they think they can win now. And they might. I mean, you throw in Taylor Hall, who's not, he's not the same player he once was or could have been, but he's not garbage either, right? He's a piece that will help them. So I think from Carolina's perspective, I think Carolina got better right now. Now, if they can't re-sign Rantanen, then this is an all-in move, in my opinion. This is an all-in move from Carolina. If they can win a cup now, which they have been trying to win a cup now for how long? For how long? Right? But now, oh boy, I mean, you subtract Nishis, you add Rantanen. That's a plus. That's a plus. And it all depends on how players mesh together and all of that. But this is early. This is also an early enough deal. We had just talked about this yesterday on the stream where people were asking if I thought maybe you might see some deals earlier before the Four Nations. And obviously anything can happen here. And that gives Rantanen a little bit more time to integrate with Carolina. Carolina's not to be messed with now. Give him a few weeks to get acclimated and to understand what happened and all of that. But as he starts to hit stride with them, February, March, and then early into April, Carolina now is forced to be reckoned with. So this to me smells like they're going all in. Are they going to pay Rantanen 13, 14 million? I don't know. I don't know what their cap situation is. I guess if they win a cup, he might decide to stick around, right? Very, very you don't see a lot of players at that level being traded this late in the season. Usually it's like a summer type of deal, right? But you don't get it that often anyway. So in terms of Colorado, I don't know, man. This to me kind of makes, if I'm a Colorado fan right now, I've got the vibe that maybe the GM and the team don't think that Colorado could win this year. Maybe they don't feel like they have all the pieces, but it's not like they got a ton back. It's not like they got, multiples of building blocks back. And if I'm an Avs fan this morning, I'm less than pleased. I'm less than thrilled, And I think the Canes got the better of this deal. And in Chicago, they ended up with a third to eat some salary. What does it matter to them, So look, Panther fans, anybody can and will be traded. Now, it's not saying I want to trade Sam Bennett, right? Okay. But Panthers do have a lot of center depth. And we sure as hell could use one more, pure scorer on maybe even on that left side, right? Because I think Boquist is right, Samoskevich is right. We got Luostarinen in the top 6. We need somebody that can score some points. Don't be shocked. If Colorado can trade Rantanen, we can trade Bennett. Let's just put it that way. Let's just put it out there that way. Not saying I want to, but at this point, with the deal that just took place, I think it would be a lot less shocking. It's like, well, yeah, anybody can get traded at any time. So that's my thoughts, Panther fans, hockey fans. I will see you all. We'll be live on the game stream tonight, 10 o'clock, one more late night game, and then a triple header tomorrow with both football games and hockey. I need some sleep. We had fun at the casino, but my head is thumping from all the lights. Jesus, there's a lot of freaking slot machines. It's like walking into a 10,000 square foot building with 25,000 PlayStations all going at once.